What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Puma Plow. Welcome back to another Plains and Simple on Farming Simulator 17. Of course, like I said, Plains and Simple, but this is, of course, by Mr. Stevie. Thanks, guys, for clicking on the video. I do appreciate it, and welcome in. Boys and girls, it's time to rake the grass. Well, there's lots of things we're going to do, but first, if you guys wouldn't mind to hit that subscribe button and, of course, ring that bell. I would greatly appreciate both of those. Alright, so we are going to rake the grass. We are going to continue to harvest. We're going to continue to fight with our auger wagons. Just saying. I think the problem is, honestly, because this field is so big, by the time the auger wagon drives and empties and comes back, the combine is stopped like every single time. Okay, so obviously that's a problem. So I need to either, I guess, look at maybe getting... See, I tried the bigger auger wagons. Words are hard. I tried the bigger wagons, and I did not like how they performed. So maybe I get faster tractors? Like the Fendt? Maybe? I don't know. I've really kind of enjoyed just having case equipment, as far as tractors anyway. I kind of enjoy that. And it's like, it's different, you know? It is very, very different, and I kind of like it, so there's that. So we're going to load up all of our, I don't know where the heck he's going. He's going to the nearest waypoint. Go to the first waypoint, bro. We're going to go ahead and load up all three of our wagons. Like I was saying in the last video, I kind of feel like 3 might be overkill to keep up with the harvester here. You know, maybe if you had a bigger rake setup, where it was combining more windrows. You know, I'm only combining like a couple. So maybe if you had a bigger rake where you were combining more, you know, it would be a thing. So anyway, they got to go run their course, and then they'll go catch up with him. And all should be hopefully good. Hopefully it'll all be good. I doubt it. I doubt it, but hopefully it'll work, right? Yeah. Sometimes multitasking with courseplay can cause issues when you have 2 courses that overlap. Let me just say that much. We'll find out what's going on here in a minute, but you can probably figure it out already. It might have something to do with that semi-truck sitting right there. I don't know. I don't know. It might be going south on the road that this thing goes north on. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, I just gave it away, but hey, we'll figure it out, right? Okay, anyway, so here he goes off to the harvester. So we are currently mowing this field. We are currently raking this field. We are currently, or about to start picking up the field all at one time, which is kind of cool if you ask me, to be able to do all of this at once in one field. You know what I'm saying? The power of courseplay is fantastic, and I'm really starting to get along with it more and more on this map. You know, I used to struggle with it on Rattlesnake, but I really feel like that was Rattlesnake. That wasn't so much as, you know, my fault. It was Rattlesnake. I mean, from time to time, yeah, I put it on like the wrong setting or something like that happens. But, you know, that can be expected. You know what I'm saying? And it's no big deal. When you run multiple things on the same course, it can happen. It's no big deal. But it can definitely happen. Okay? Definitely happen. Anyway, so they're going to go around the field, I think 2 or 3 times total. And then they will start heading east-west, back and forth across the field. And it will be all good. All good. Just saying. It will be fantastic. We did mow end rows this time. And you guys can see that mowing end rows and then raking end rows, then picking up end rows, it's a lot cleaner as far as keeping the grass in the field. Just saying, because you guys know I had problems with it last time where it was all over the place. So yeah, and oh, many of you might say, well, just put another, you know, truck over on this side of the field. And actually, you know what? That's probably a fantastic idea. Put a secondary truck. So when you start harvesting, you use this course, say, on this side of the field, and then when you're farther along in harvesting, you use the course on the other side of the field. I should probably do that. Now that I think about it. Somebody's probably like, hey, do that. And yeah, I really should do that next time I harvest. set up another truck course, but from, you know, this side of the field, yeah, that would be a lot better. It would cut down on the amount of travel the auger wagon would have to do. Yes, the truck would have to travel farther, but I don't think that would be a problem necessarily. You know, trucks move at a decent clip, so I think that'd be okay. I really do think that'd be okay. So I probably need to look into that for next harvest. Or I'm going to do what I'm doing here, which is moving the combine to the other side of the field to be closer to the truck. So there's that too. I don't know. Either way, I guess you can go at it. But as big as this field is, I probably should have, what, like 4 different places for trucks to park? And then like different courses for auger wagons to take to go to those trucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would probably work out. Just saying. That would probably work better. Yeah, so we're having some issues getting everything rolling here again, but you know, it's all good. We're officially done mowing. Look at that. So I do start a considerable amount of time before everything else, and I probably could shrink that amount of time up. You know what I'm saying? So that they run a lot closer. Running a lot closer together would probably be good. I did slow the harvester down so that he would not overtake the rake, because we don't want to overtake the rake with the harvester. That's just not going to end well for anybody. So there's that. Look at me. I'm actually cleaning something. How about that, boys? Every time I start to clean equipment on this map, by the way, it rains. So it's like, why go through the process of cleaning if it's just gonna rain? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a whole thing. It makes me laugh, honestly, every time I clean equipment, put it away. Which I'm all about putting equipment away. It's the cleaning part I'm probably not going to do much of anymore. But every time I like clean and put stuff in the sheds, then it's going to rain. It's like, you silly salamander. Why would you do that to me? You know what I'm saying? It's like almost every single time. It's kind of amusing in a way, but at the same time, it's like, grr. Grr. Yeah. Anyway. So we've got so much stuff going on this map. Look up there at all the course place stuff running. It's fantastic. It is fantastic. And, yeah, okay, done fertilizing our new field, or pretty well done. It's that north part didn't quite get it. I know they're only quote-unquote fertilized once, but I can't fertilize them again because they're already grown and they're ready. So I have no choice but to harvest them, right? I guess. Oh boy. I seriously contemplated while recording this video, like for reals, should I just break out the Culti plow? Because they do need, you know, that field needs to be plowed, of course. So I contemplated very hard. Should I just break out the Culti plow and kind of get her done? A little bit of an issue there, just saying. And actually, my issues here would cut down because he's crossing the path, and yeah, I need to set up a couple other paths or a couple other courses with my trucks. I've got other trucks. They're sitting in the homestead right now. I bought them all when I was moving straw or something. I bought like all the trucks in the world. Wood chips, yeah. I need all the trucks when I do wood chips, especially if I have to go a decent distance, you know. It's nice to have multiple trucks for that. So what are we gonna do now, boys and girls? What are we gonna do? I don't even remember what I do, but it looks like I'm going to the shop because of reasons. I need to go to the shop for reasons that I can't quite remember exactly what I did here. So let's just sit back and enjoy. What do I pick up here? What do I pick up? Oh, okay. So the fertilizing, like I was saying in the last video, the fertilizing is going to start getting different on this map because now we have animals, therefore we have manure. So we might as well. Now you notice I did not pick up the biggest one from the Big Bud pack. And that's because of right here where you can just use the manure from the piles magically. So I can put this guy out in the field, hit the H button, which will be higher. I can hire him in the field, and he will use from the piles at the animals, which is pretty handy actually, and something that I don't think I've ever done before. Maybe in multiplayer a little bit, and some of the stream maps and stuff, but that's why I didn't pick up the biggest one, because they spread the same width. So it's like, why buy the biggest one that's like heavier on the tractors? And I would definitely have to use a quad track width, or I can just buy this little bit smaller one, and I could probably run it on the Optum even, because I'm not going to fill it. I'm not going to fill these at all. You just need them for, it's magic, okay? It's magic the way it works. But because it's an option in the game, hey, why not take advantage of it? You know what I'm saying? So we bought our salad manure, and then we're going to buy liquid as well. And I'm just kind of deciding what to go with. We're going to go with the big Haas one here, because why not? And like I said, because I'm not going to fill it, I don't really care how heavy it is, because it's not going to be heavy, because I'm not going to fill the darn thing. So as long as it works out, look forward to some manure and slurry spreading. Now, I don't know how much of it I'll do, because it's not going to be very effective, or efficient, I guess you could say. This one will be, but the other one, it's only like 15 meters or something, so I don't know how much I'll actually use it, but I could see using a little bit, because hey, I have manure. It's a byproduct of raising cows and eventually pigs. I might as well use it. You know what I'm saying? To some capacity, I might as well use it. So it's either that, or I load it and just sell it. Either way. Or I guess I could make, I could sell it at the biogas plant. I mean, there are other uses for manure, don't get me wrong. But, you know, as many cows as we're going to have, I think I'll have plenty of manure. Which actually, now that we have manure, we can get into the greenhouses. We can make compost. We can do all that kind of stuff now that I'm thinking about it. But definitely the liquid manure, the slurry, I'll just spread that right out in the field. Because why not? Why not? What I'm thinking is, like, I don't know about every third harvest, because I'll have to plow it. Oh, by the way, the problems I was having on this road, yeah, you just saw it. I have two courses that use the same spot. Whoopsie. But anyway, the slurry, we can definitely just spread. There's actually other things we can do with that too. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. From time to time, though, I can definitely see using manure. And I think it'd be fun if you use manure right before you plowed. So you're like, spread manure, and then you plow it in. That's kind of the goal here. So anyway, those sugar beets. We need to harvest those sugar beets, because why not? So I decided to go with the Ropa sugar beet harvesters from the Ropa DLC. Just because of YOLO reasons. Basically, I just kind of went, hey, why not? Why not? It's something different. I haven't actually really used the things outside of making the little video that I did make about them. That's it. That's as much as I've used them. So I just thought it'd be cool to use something a little bit different. It's basically the same thing as the, what is it, the horse one? Or whatever. It's basically the same thing. But, or not horse. What is it? Is it horse? Homer? Homer. I think it's Homer. So, it's basically the same thing, but it's yellow. So, hey, I like yellow. I have a shirt that's almost that color. Anyway, I do. I have a yellow shirt that is so ridiculously bright. It's crazy. But anyway, I figured, hey, why not? Let's harvest with the Ropas. I leased them. I did not purchase them because I don't need them long term. And then I decided, I'm like, I'm going to use a truck, because they use trucks in the fields for harvesting sugar beets, right? They actually do overseas, but anyway. So I'm going to set up a course here. Gonna set up a little course here with the trucky truck, drive through all the fields, but hey, that's okay. And yeah, all good. Gotta love setting up new courses, right? Gotta love it. Like, drive through the same spots that 100 other courses drive through, but as long as you're all going the same way, it seems to work fairly well for me. Haven't had too many problems with it, honestly, so there is that. So this will be the field course for this field, basically. at least for now, because I am going to plow this field together, of course, because why not? So here we are, and I realized that I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I have 2 harvesters, 1 truck. Probably be a little bit of an issue. So what I need here is a couple tippers that I can run behind trucks. And I actually realize now that I have 1 tipper sitting in the homestead. I just don't know. Like, I never use it. Or I don't know. I use it sometimes around the yard. But I went ahead and purchased two tippers because why not? Well, I purchased 1. You'll see the other one in a second, I swear. But I went ahead and purchased some tippers because why not? And they actually work out fairly well. They worked out quite well for what I was trying to accomplish here. Because you had 2 different harvesters, so what I did is I did not have them on auto detect. I selected 1 for each harvester, and as long as you kind of staggered out when you wanted to empty, it wasn't bad. And what I mean by that is, like, you just go empty 1 first, and then the other one would kind of pull up on the course and be like, hey, you need to be empty, don't you? And he'd go to his guy. And it worked out fairly well. I did have to do a little bit of tweaking with this, of course, because there's always some tweaks that you have to do. And the tweak that I actually had to do was turn down, for what? I had to turn down the capacity, kind of. Let's see, hang on. I had to turn down their drive on number. I believe that's what it's called. Or drive, whatever. Basically, how full these tractors are before they leave and run their course. I turned it down so that they would go get 1 empty from the thing, from the harvester, and then go run the course. 1 empty, run the course. Otherwise, they seem to get in the way. What they would actually do is very stupid. They would go and sit right in the path of the harvester. And it's like, what are you doing? I guess maybe because the harvesters weren't on course play, they didn't know where the harvesters were going. Or it was just one of those, like, fluke things, you know? So it kind of annoyed me. So I just turned down basically when they would leave. So they would get 1 empty. I believe it was around 60%. Around 60% capacity in this trailer, and then they would leave. So realistically, I could have gotten by with smaller trailers. But these trailers are pretty good. They work out quite well. I've never used these trailers before, I don't believe. But that's okay, because you guys can see I have 2 on the same course. There's a bit of an issue. So all I had to do there was just send the first guy. So you got to think now, their numbers are staggered already. So that south harvester is going to have a lot more in him than, say, this north harvester will here in a second. So as they go around again, the north harvester tipper is going to be first on the course. So he'll go when he's needed, and then this guy will pull up and just set. Does that make sense? Until he's needed again. So by staggering how much they have in them, this whole, like, 1 course 2 tractor thing, it totally worked. It worked out quite well. And honestly, you could run a couple more. You could probably run more off the same course. Now you can see he actually just went out in the field already. So then when he comes back around, this guy will be in the first position in the course, ready to go, waiting for his harvester to fill, because the north one will have more than the south one. So it's kind of like a little chess game you have to play almost, but it worked out fairly well. I was very happy with how the sugar beet harvest actually turned out for me on this map. I had no sugar beets to start with, and I'll give you guys a total in a future video. Possibly, I don't remember. It would be a lot higher if they were fertilized 3 times, but hey. That's okay. And as you guys could see there from the menu, we have a lot of plowing to do on this map. Like, everything needs to be plowed. So there's that. But I want to pick up all the straw first. So plowing will happen eventually. That's about all I can say. Plowing will happen eventually across the map. Everything will get plowed. What do we have? 2 Culti plows? Something like that. Yeah, we have 2. We might need to get more. Just saying. We might need to purchase some more. I don't know. This tractor needed a front weight. Somewhere there's a front weight for this thing, or I probably stole it for another tractor, so hey. Why not? It's my mowing tractor, so normally you don't need a front weight, but for this application, of course, I would like to have a front weight. And we're just going to park it, I believe, maybe. Yeah, because that's the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, toodles.